Assalamu alaikum, welcome back. Today we're going on a journey to show you the heartland of Saudi Arabia, which is the Al Qasim province. This province is radically different than the other areas of Saudi Arabia. When you think of Saudi, you probably think of sand dunes or oil wells, but actually in the middle of the country, Al Qasim province is very agricultural. It's mostly known for its date production, of course. We have many varieties of dates grown here, but actually the agriculture goes far beyond that. It grows wheat and barley, citrus fruits, pomegranates, grapes, and even strawberries. So there are many things to see, and let's take you through this journey. Today we're going to start our journey by heading out to this local farm. The farms in my area all have date orchards. This goes without saying. But they also have a combination of vegetable gardens, fruit trees, and a variety of animals. They have chickens, goats, sheep, camels, and even horses. Behind me, you can see this large circular field. These fields are quite beautiful, so I went to talk to one of the local farm workers to get some more information. First, do you know why the farms are circular? The reason is because of the irrigation system. The well sits in the middle of the field, and these large sprinklers roll around the field to deliver the water efficiently. This part I actually knew about, ironically, because this technology was developed in the place where I grew up, which is Nebraska in the United States. However, I learned so much more once I started doing my research about Saudi agriculture. Agriculture in the kingdom began modestly. For centuries, small-scale oases and date palm groves sustained local communities with fresh produce. But the real transformation started in the 1970s when the government launched this bold initiative to achieve food security through large-scale agricultural investments. With help of the subsidies, the irrigation projects, and the imported technologies, the desert lands were converted into this productive farmland, a feat that once seemed impossible. This early model was successful in increasing the productivity, but it came at a cost. The underground water reserves were greatly depleted, and there was a thorough video about this last year. I'm going to put the link for you here. The Saudi government recognized this problem, and the kingdom has taken major steps towards shifting more towards sustainable practices. New era of smart agriculture. Under the Saudi Vision 2030, the government is prioritizing food security, water conservation, and innovation. So things like hydroponics, vertical farming, and AI are all being used to increase production and decrease the environmental impact. So they're trying to produce the same amount of food with 50% less water. So there are several organizations involved, including CAST, and the other agricultural organizations. They are investing in this innovation, and they're supporting the local farmers. They're also forming international partnerships to ensure this growth is sustainable over time. In fact, Saudi Arabia is becoming a regional leader for food security and for exporting dates to investing in farmland abroad. The kingdom is planting the seeds of diversified and resilient future. So next I want to take you to one of the local markets to see what kind of products that we get here, and you can see how our food comes from farm to directly to the local market to the table. Let's keep watching. Let's just walk over here and have a little bit closer look at this irrigation system. So if you look here to the left, all the way over in the middle is the well. The water is coming out of the well, over across the tunnels, and then sprinkling down onto the fields. This is a very efficient method for watering large spaces. So you've heard of this new saying like farm to table, which is getting your produce directly from the farm fresh and what's in season. So we have this blessing here in Bukaria. This whole region is surrounded by farms, and they're growing all of the local produce. And where I'm going to show you now is this warehouse behind me is the local farmers who bring the produce directly here, and we can purchase directly from them. So come along, let's go inside and see what it's like. one of the things you will notice is that all of the different vendors here, maybe there's 10, 12 vendors here, they all have very similar products. Our friend here, who is a local farmer, we're going to talk with him to find out a little bit more about the vegetable production and what he sells here, and a little more about the fruits and vegetables. Today I'm taking you inside one of the local vegetable shops here in Saudi Arabia. Honestly, this is where the real shopping happens, not in big supermarkets with polished shelves and neon lights. Here it's about freshness, community, and a little bit better prices. Now check these cucumbers. Fresh, crisp, and you can even smell the difference. One of the best things about local markets is that the vegetables are often brought directly from nearby farms. You're not just shopping, you're supporting local farmers and small businesses too. And just look at this variety. These green beans, okra, so fresh you'd think they were picked an hour ago. So certain vegetables are available year-round. So for example, the tomatoes, these are pretty much available anytime, although they have a little variation in their freshness. But other vegetables, particularly the winter ones, are only available certain times of year. So things like broccoli and squash, these come in full supply when the weather cools down. But this hot time of the year, they're not in as much supply.
هذا بيع أنا 10 ريال بس أنت شيل بنغالي بس 8 ريال. ريال in discount أنت.
This is a very important point around here, that this is not a grocery store. It's not a fixed price system. It's a little bit of haggling, although the fixed prices are either 10 rial for the big containers, 5 rial for the small containers. But since I'm a local and I'm a regular customer and he's my friend, he said he'll give it to me for 8 rial. The best part is you get to talk to real people. Like these nice farmers here. They know everything. They know where everything comes from, what's in season, even which vegetables are best for cooking certain dishes. You don't get that in a normal supermarket aisle. No one is there to advise you and tell you, oh, these were shipped in this morning and they're perfect for stuffing today. The lettuce just came in this morning from a nearby farm. I know some people prefer the neat look of big stores, and sure, they have their conveniences. But when it comes to flavor, price, and experience, nothing beats shopping local. It's not just a chore, it's a connection to your food and to your community. So next time you're grocery shopping, skip the big brands just once and come see places like this. You'll leave with better veggies, better prices, and a bigger smile. So we just finished up our cooking, and we don't really cook traditional Saudi dishes in my house. We use all the same ingredients that we bought at the market, but we cook a lot of spicy food. So today we have cooked a nice vegetable medley with fish. We got small fish, and we also cooked some spinach with some shrimp inside. So we're gonna enjoy this with rice for our dinner tonight. All right, thank you. So thank you all for watching. This was a really fun video to make, looking at the farms and learning all about the produce. I was most surprised because he was saying that a lot of the vegetables here, they grow all year round, like 12 months a year. That's why he was saying that so many of the vegetables you see are continuously available because they grow them all year long. There's only certain ones that come seasonally. So that was very interesting and fascinating. But the real thing was that the people here are just so happy to talk with you, and they're so friendly, and that just really reminds me that the quality of life in Bukaria, Al Qasim, is so great. The people are happy and the happiness just spreads among us. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.